Alright, our review of Transformers Universe, that would be Universe 1.0, a little weird toy here. Soundwave from released in 2004 as a Target exclusive redeco of the 1996 Soundwave released in the Machine Wars line. This is definitely the better of the two. I've got both of them, and this one's really neat. I display it with my Classics Megatron because the way the colors match up, you'll see in robot mode how well they do. And then before Machine Wars, this mold was also a Generation 2 Predator for Europe in 1993. A Stalker. And Stalker had more missiles, and the scope gimmick was much better than either the Machine Wars or this Universe version, but I still think this one's pretty fun. They found a way to make this one fun again, unlike the Machine Wars version with its gimmick. Now, the colors, you can see them. There's a lot of purple. There's some translucent green on the missile. It is a missile carrier. It's got some nice molded in tank treads. Lots of purple, lots of red for this cockpit section right here, implying that it is really a big, nasty vehicle. Lots of purple. There is a Decepticon emblem right here by the. Let's see if I can get it up there. There's a Decepticon symbol. It looks very similar to the Classics Decepticon symbol. You can see it just barely there, but you'll see it better in robot mode anyway. And there's also another symbol, a really awesome one. I think it's the one that carries the collectability of this mold. That yellow radiation symbol, very similar to the one Atomic Lugnut will soon have. So if you're wondering if a Transformer ever had a radiation symbol before Atomic Lugnut, that would be Machine Wars Sound. That would be, Universe from 2004 Soundwave. It was those four tiny yellow wheels on the bottom, so it's not going to roll tremendously well once I let it go. But see, it doesn't go very far on its own, but it does roll, and the tank tread details are nice. The cannon rotates because it's just on a peg, and then you can position the missile into other poses because the way this thing raises and lowers. Another thing, if you're hunting down loose, this back piece here pops off a bit. It's just a detachable piece, so there are technically more than two accessories to track down. Alright. Well, you could put the satellite dish on the other side of the tread if you wanted to, and you could possibly move the missile like this, but that looks silly. There are a few pegs here that do work, and that peg in particular is intended more for the robot mode. Well, I'm bouncing all over the place here. Let me show you the gimmick in this mode, really, other than the raising and lowering missile. Is you can slide this burgundy section that will let light into the missile inside the scope for the missile. And even though it's not as good as Predator Stalker's scope, they took Machine Wars Soundwave's scope and gave Universe Soundwave a nice flip-up Autobot targeting, a little painted Autobot symbol with the target around it. It kind of reminds me of Ninja Turtle toys and how they had, like foot and turtles with target symbols on them. All that cheesiness. But, I kind of like it. The green really does make it look like a computer readout. And if you do it fast enough, it looks really cool. Okay, that's it. Alright, so here's Soundwave in robot mode. It's a really simple transformation. It's not worth mentioning. You just pop out the... But I'll just say you pop out the legs and you rotate it around, and then you spin this thing around. And the missile does like to fall off because of the pegs, because of a combination of there just being that little peg to hold it on, and also because these shoulder joints are really, really tight and will shake it off the peg. But that's probably my only gripe with it. The articulation also isn't that. I guess I could also say the articulation isn't really there, but it's more of a. But it's from 1993. It's from Generation 2, so. With considering the laser rods and the little screw hole that doesn't look like it could hold weapons, is just the right 5mm size peg for Soundwave to hold his missile and his satellite dish. So that's cool. Radiation symbol is now on the legs. Legs go in and out. And Matt Classics Universe 25th Anniversary Starscream. It's about the. Soundwave's just a little bulkier, but he's not. And maybe an inch taller with his head. There we have them at foot level. And also, there's a soda can, particularly Wild Cherry Pepsi. But there's a soda can for comparison, standing side by side with Soundwave. Well, most high-end collectors are after the G1 one, and they won't be after this one as much. So it's a good one to add if you want something to sit with your classics, like I have that before. Now there is rumor that Soundwave may come into universe after it comes out of being on hiatus for Revenge of the Fallen. Have to see how that plays out, but this is a good vehicle-based Soundwave interpretation, and I rather like the tampograph on it, even though it's not an official classics. It is really just a really cool Soundwave figure. Pick it up.